beanstalk, Jack trades his mother's cow for some magic beans. He plants them and a tall beanstalk grows. When he climbs to the top, he discovers a castle inhabited by a giant and filled with treasures such as a talking harp and a hen that lays golden eggs. Jack learns that the castle and all its contents once belonged to his father, a prince who was killed by the giant. Repeatedly, Jack climbs the beanstalk and sneaks into the castle, where he hides. Whenever the giant senses a stranger around, he says, "Fee-fi-fum, I smell fee-fi-fo-fum, I smell the blood of an Englishman." One by one, Jack manages to take back the various treasures. Finally, Jack goes back for the talking harp. As he sneaks out of the castle, the harp starts talking and wakes up the giant. The giant pushes Jack down the beanstalk. Jack gets to the bottom first, grabs an axe and cuts down the beanstalk. The giant falls to his death. Meanwhile, Jack has rescued all the treasures and has returned them to their rightful owner, his mother.
Welcome to Jack and the Giant Sunflower, based on Jack and the Giant Beanstalk. Jack was tired of the way his parents nagged him.
Do your homework,
Said his dad.
clean your room.
Said his mom. He was tired of his baby brother. All he ever said was made-up words like,
Goo goo gaga.
he was tired of his toys. He was tired of school. Jack was very, very tired. One day, Jack was walking home from school. He ran into his friend Bart. Bart was riding his bike.
Hey, Jackie-O.
Bart always greeted Jack the same way.
Hey, Jackie-O.
Jack was tired of this greeting.
Guess what? What? I have some magic seeds. They're in this little box. If you plant one, it will grow into a giant flower, like a giant rose or a humongous dandelion. Here, you want one? I'll give you one.
Bart reached into the box and handed Jack the seed. Jack went home and planted it in his backyard garden. Then he went inside for dinner.
How was your day today? Okay. Did you ride your bike?
What kind of bike? You can ride it rather than do nothing.
I had a red bike with fancy handlebars and a bell when I was a boy your age. I loved riding that bike.
As soon as dinner was over, Jack went out to play in the backyard. To his amazement, a giant plant stalk was climbing up out of the garden. It must have stretched 50 feet into the air. He looked up. At the top was a huge yellow flower. The magic seed had grown into a giant sunflower. Jack climbed up the stalk. When he got to the top, enormous yellow petals surrounded him.
I think I'll find out one of these petals. Whee!
It was like a long, wavy, slippery water slide. At the end, he plopped down into the cushiony middle of the sunflower. It was so much fun. Jack stood up and brushed himself off. Just then, he saw an extremely large caterpillar.
Biz buzz bad boy. Sunflowers are fun. Each is a wonderful story. Yes, you're right. Sunflowers are fun. My dad said he enjoyed riding a 15-foot. Said he enjoyed riding his bike when he was my age. They used to have a 50-foot sunflower to slide on.
Jack spent the next 2 hours sliding on the sunflower petals. Then he climbed down, walked inside the house, and went to bed. The next day was Saturday, and he got up just in time for breakfast.
Today, you can play in the yard, but you have to help me clean out the garage.
Oh, Dad, I won't be a garage.
It's good to have chores. When I was a little girl, I had lots of chores. I used to help my mother bake cookies, and I always enjoyed that very much.
Jack helped clean out the garage. Then he went back to the garden and climbed up the sunflower stalk. He slid down one of the petals. There, once again, was the caterpillar.
Biz, buzz, baz, boy, sunflowers are fun. This is a wonderful toy.
You said that yesterday, but you're right. My mom says she likes doing toys with just my expected and have a 50-foot sunflower to slide on.
Jack slid down the sunflower. Sliding down was fun, but somehow it was not quite as fun as the day before. In fact, it was just a little boring. He played for about an hour, then he climbed back down. The next morning, Jack woke up and joined his family for breakfast. He planned to play on the giant sunflower some more.
Today we're going to go on a long drive in the country. Won't that be fun? I'm packing a picnic lunch. I'm making your favorite sandwich, peanut butter and jelly.
Before the drive and the picnic, Jack went out and climbed the giant sunflower. He slid down one of the petals. Yet again, the caterpillar was there.
Biz, buzz, baz, boys, sunflowers are fun.
You said that several times now. Did you ever say anything else?
Biz, buzz, baz, boys, sunflowers are fun. Each is a wonderful toy.
Jack played on the sunflower. This time, he was only up there for about 5 minutes. Then he climbed down. Just when he got to the bottom, the magic sunflower disappeared. Jack found that he did not even care very much. He went on the outing with his family and ate a delicious picnic lunch. When Jack arrived back home, Bart was in front of his house sitting on his bicycle.
Hey, Jackie-O.
Jack was surprised. He discovered he actually liked having Bart call him
Jackie-O. I have some magic stones. Hey, I have some magic stones. You want to check one out?
Really? Well, we'll just ride out right.
My son learned that even the funnest activity gets boring after a while.